Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your guy. I'm gonna stop saying it's your boy because I'm not a boy. I'm a grown ass man. But it's your guy, Devrel, once again, and I'm doing a little video real quick before this year's SummerSlam 2019 SummerSlam WWE SummerSlam in Toronto. So I'm heading to the gym right now, but had to get this video out real quick before all the peoples, don't know what's going on with SummerSlam, so I need to hit you all off with a little predictions and my beliefs on what's going to take place later on tonight in Toronto. So I'm gonna give you my predictions on the card. I'm driving to the gym, so don't mind if I'm not giving you eye contact. I'm still with you. Anyway, real quick and easy, I'm just going to tell you what the match is, who I think is going to win it, why they're going to win it, and the reason for winning the match. So let's start off, no particular order. I don't even know what a pre-show is. From what I understand, they're supposed to be doing 10 matches on the main card, but once again, all that stuff is subject to change. More than likely, they might put a Roman Reigns match, which hasn't been announced yet. As far as Roman's concerned, I see they might have three possibilities. One is Daniel Bryan, two is Rowan, three is Buddy Murphy. Whichever way they want to go with it, it's kind of interesting. I want to see what it is they have in store for that for the Roman Reigns match that they have upcoming this today, and because they're obviously going to do a match for Roman. I mean, he is Roman, he is their biggest star, and it is the second biggest show of the year, which is SummerSlam. So what they're gonna do with him, I'm not really sure, but those are the three options right there. They're either gonna go with one of those three options, either DB, Buddy Murph, or Rowan. In my opinion, what I think they're gonna do, I think the money match is definitely Daniel Bryan. For some reason, though, I think they're gonna give. It seems like there's gonna be a lot of squashes on this card, but I think they're gonna do Buddy Murphy and Roman, with a Roman squash and Buddy Murphy, making him look strong. So, let's do some rumors first before we get into the 10 matches that they have confirmed so far. So another rumor, from what I'm hearing, is, and these two rumors are involved in the women's match. Either one of these rumors I think could possibly happen, and it's returns. It's either going to be a return of Ronda Rousey, and she might interfere in the Becky Lynch match, probably costing her or costing Nat. Whichever direction they want to go with that. I could see her interfering in that if that is true, as far as her coming back. If she's not focusing on having a family with her husband. The second comeback I see is Sasha Banks. Is she really coming back now? And is she going to interfere in the Bayley match against Ember Moon? So I think one of these two things is going to happen. One of these returns is the second biggest show of the year, biggest show of the summer, and one of these returns have to happen. Usually a return happen on one of these shows, so they need some type of shocking awe, and I think one of these ladies returning will be a nice enough shocking awe to get the show, the little pop that it needs. As far as Sasha coming back, I could see her potentially costing Bayley, and Ember Moon becomes a champ, and her turning heel, Sasha turn heel. So, I mean, I would like to see that. I like them to see them do something with Sasha. She deserves to be utilized in a way better way than she's being utilized before that. She deserves to be in the top 3 as far as women wrestlers in the world right now. Now let's go to the main card. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. I'm trying to keep this video at 10 minutes. Let's go to the first match. The first match, Universal title. I'm not saying this is the order that the card's gonna be, but it's gonna be Brock versus Seth. As far as who I have in that, I have Brock. I have Brock winning. I think Seth is right now. His stock is on a negative in many different ways, with the fans, with WWE itself. They killed him with that Becky Lynch storyline, making him look less of a champ, in my opinion. So I think they need to just keep the strap on Brock and prepare for the next big pay-per-view, which will be Survivor Series. And that's going to lead me into my Kofi versus Randy Orton. Now, Kofi versus Randy. Kofi had a great run, looked strong as a champ. I'm not sick of him. Believe it or not, I thought I'd be sick of this pancake throwing stuff. I actually like his run a lot. I believe Randy might take this. They might put the belt on him because I don't see them doing Kofi versus Brock at Survivor Series. I don't think that's the money match they're going for. I think I want to see. I honestly want to see Randy versus Brock again, part 2, and I think that's what they want to see too. That's the money match for them. So I can see, because in some of the Survivor Series you always have the Raw champ, which is the Universal, versus the SmackDown champ, which is the World champ. And by that time, when Survivor Series come around, they're already going to have the Fox deal, the Fox network already in play. So I think they want to put the belt on a more recognized name worldwide, which is Randy Orton, and have him fight Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series, and have him lead SmackDown into the next, into that Fox phase that they're going into. All right, now moving on to the female matches. This one is simple to me. I don't think a lot of belts are changing hand that night, but then again, I could be wrong with Ronda Rousey being involved. So now I see Nat versus Becky. I got Becky, hands down. But to me, I feel a swerve is very possible and very capable of happening. So I still got Becky. I can't bet against the redhead. So we're going with Becky on that one. But beware of Miss Ronda Rousey lurking somewhere in the dark. Moving on to the next female championship. This one I was on the fence. I'm not really sure, but I already have one title being won, and that's Randy so far beating Kofi. Next title I see potentially moving is Bayley versus Ember Moon. But then again, I'm thinking Bayley's gonna retain if there's not some type of swerve, if Sasha doesn't get involved. I see Becky retaining. I see Bayley and Becky retaining. There's no multi-man matches. No tag team matches, none in the pre-show from what I know. There's none of the tag team champs up for grabs. None of the tag team belts. There's not even the Intercontinental belt up for grabs. So that leads me to the next belt up for grab, which is the USA belt. AJ versus Ricochet. They got to keep the OC strong. I don't think they should take any L's anytime soon. They booked themselves in the corner by having Ricochet versus AJ. I could see Ricochet winning, but I think they need to let AJ win and just make the OC look hella strong, and don't F that up. keep that faction looking strong. And I think Heyman's smart enough to know to do that and keep it going. All right, so so far I got Brock winning, I got Randy winning, I got Becky. Just to recap everything, I got Bayley winning, and I got freaking Mr. AJ Styles winning. So that's all the championships right there. So I only see one change in hand, and that's definitely gonna be Kofi coughing up to Randy. All right, so let's move to non-title belts. A few nostalgia acts that they got. First, let's go with the hometown. I think they should open the Toronto crowd is one of the best wrestling crowds in the world, and they're very smart. And I think they should open. They'll be hot for this if they open up with Trish, or even KO. They should do the hometown fighters first, just so get this whole ball rolling and get the crowd into it. So I see if they do Trish versus Charlotte, I see, even though this potentially might be Trish's last match, I think she should lay down and elevate Charlotte. Not saying that she needs any type of more elevation, but realistically, Charlotte needs to win that. It makes no sense for Trish, a retired vet, to come back and beat probably the best female wrestler in the world. then that just makes your product look like a joke. Anybody can just wake up out the bed and come beat your best worker. So you have to make Charlotte win. You have to make her look strong. And she has to be Trish Stratus. I know Trish is a legend, blah, blah, this and that, but it's like freaking, I'm going to equate this to baseball. It's like the best pitcher in baseball right now, probably Jacob deGrom, at his A game. Freaking Barry Bonds, after being retired for 10 years, wakes up and decides he wants to play one game. He freaking takes Jacob deGrom deep 4 bats in a row. That makes no sense. That's almost impossible. So I don't see Trish winning. Trish gotta lay down. She gotta elevate Charlotte, keep the business going strong. Let's go to the next nostalgia act. This is Goldberg versus Mr. Ziggy. Ziggy got laid down. The reason why they're doing this is so Ziggy could sell. I don't know if this is Goldberg's last match, but Ziggy is gonna sell his ass off for Goldberg. Goldberg's gonna look strong in a squash. Definitely gonna be a squash. So far, if they do the Roman match versus Buddy Murphy, I see it as a squash. If they do Goldberg versus Ziggy, I see that as a squash also. So far 2 squashes, but I see more squashes to come. Now next match, let's go to KO versus Shane. This is match number 8. KO versus Shane. I was kind of on the fence with this one. There's only 2 matches I was really on the fence with. That was the KO and Shane and the Bayley versus Ember Moon. I'm going to go with KO because it just makes more sense. But I've been surprised a lot lately with the shit that they've been doing with Shane and how they've been pushing him. So I don't know if his push is still necessary anymore. We get it. He's a top heel in SmackDown. Let a top face go over the heel. Let KO get the win. Don't even let it go a long, drawn-out match. Let him hit the stunner after probably 5-10 minutes of a match. And keep it moving and just let him win convincingly to a great pop in his home in Canada, not too far away from his hometown, Quebec. Moving on, I gotta do the 205 match. It's Gulak versus this other guy. I must admit, I don't watch 205. I really don't watch it that much. I know Gulak when he was on Raw, when 205 used to be on Raw. I remember his I liked his gimmick. He's the champ now. I only know him. I don't know who the other competitor is. His name starts with L or whatever. But guess what? He's gonna be getting the L. I see Gulak winning and moving on. I'm just gonna keep it at that. Gulak wins. He has a nicer beard than mine now, so I give Gulak the W. Last match I had on the list, and that one is the one I probably want to see the most, but it's gonna be a squash, and it's Finn, regular Finn, not the Demon. Is going to be just Finn Balor versus Mr. The Fiend, Mr. Bray Wyatt as the Fiend. And I'm looking to see. I don't even care about match quality. I don't care about the match. I really wanted it to be a squash, even though Finn's my boy. He has to get squashed. He has to lay down because he's going to be out for a few months. So let him lay down to the Fiend. They got to give the Fiend a W. But I just want to see a presentation. I want to see how his entrance. I want to see what his music's going to be. Of course, we kind of see what his ring attire is already, and I'm kind of cool with that. I don't know if he's going to wear that hot-ass mask and all of this shit and be high as hell up in there, but I'm fine with that. Make that be a 5-minute tops as far as the match. Make it go with 5 minutes, but I want to see the Fiend win convincingly, push a Bray Wyatt character to the moon like they should have done like about 5 years ago, and keep the ball rolling. So let's recap all my predictions just to get out the way, and I gotta bounce. I gotta go in the gym and lift some heavy shit. All right, Brock 1. Brock's winning. Brock's retaining the title. 2. Randy's winning. Randy's gonna be the new SmackDown champ. 3. Becky's retaining. 4. Bayley's retaining. 5. AJ's retaining. 1 belt only changing hand. 205 match. Gulak's retaining. AJ's I already said AJ. AJ Styles retaining over Ricochet. Next match, squash. Goldberg's destroying Ziggy. Freaking Charlotte over Trish, Fiend over Finn Balor, and what was the last one? I'm missing something. Let's go with KO over over Shane McMahon. My boy KO gonna win over Shane McMahon. Any of the rumors, man? I'm thinking Roman's gonna fight. He's gonna fight one of these three competitors. I think it's gonna come down to Buddy Murphy, and I think Sasha or Ronda is gonna appear tonight. All right. So I'm your boy Devereaux Davis. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment in the bottom. I'll try to answer if there's anything that you want me to answer. And enjoy WWE's SummerSlam 2019 coming out live from Toronto. I'll be watching and speak to you later. Peace.